Okay, so welcome back to part 2 of the 7-step guide to becoming a successful property investor. In part 1, we kind of covered the first 3 major topics, so make sure you go and check out that video if you've not seen it before. If you're just coming to this video and you're wondering what on earth it's about, my name is Azur Thatcher. I am a property sourcer based in Plymouth in Devon, and I find investment properties for both myself and my clients all over the UK. I then also use my time, knowledge, experience, and expertise to partner with people that have got the cash and are looking for better returns on their money than what the banks are getting at the moment. So I also use, well, because of my digital marketing expertise, people come to me when they're looking to get more customers from the internet and essentially grow their business. So I'm using all of these kind of techniques and my strong background. I've been an investor for over 20 years in property, and there are a number of things that I've picked up along the way. So these videos are really just my opinion. Obviously, everyone's got their own opinion, so I don't claim to be a guru when it comes to property investing, but I have picked up a thing or two along the way, which I'm happy to share. And if you like the information I'm giving you, then please do give me a thumbs up, because it helps me to know to make more videos like this. And if you know anyone that might like this video, then please do let them know about it. Now, we got up to part 4. So part 4, I've said, eat that frog. That is basically a line from a book. I think it might have been Brian Tracy, if I'm not mistaken, that said, you know, it comes from the school of thinking like, how do you eat an elephant? One small piece at a time, right? So you want to get involved in property. You've done a trading course, perhaps, and you're looking at it and you think, oh, this is quite an almighty task that I'm going ahead. How on earth am I going to tackle this? Well, you're going to tackle it one piece at a time. So the best thing for you to do is actually draw out a plan. So if you go on one of these training courses, or if you finish the training course, the best thing for you to do is map out a plan. If you're going on a training course, then get the person to actually help you map out a step-by-step plan. And then what you're going to do, so you start with the end in mind, where you want to be. So maybe you want to have left your job or something along those lines. Maybe you want to you know, it really depends on your strategy, but you're going to start with the end in mind of where you'd like to end up, and then you're going to work backwards, the milestone points that are going to be there. You don't need to necessarily know exactly how you're going to get there, but figure out what the milestone steps are. For example, one of the things is you're going to start finding agents that help you deal with this type of thing, or you're going to start doing letters to landlords. I know that's a big thing at the moment. I personally think there's other things you could be doing instead that are more effective and a better return on your time and your money, but that's a whole nother video. So, you know, you're going to contact homeowners and landlords. You're going to do your viewings. You're going to go all that kind of stuff. So just map out all the steps along the line, and then every day do one thing that helps you take you one step closer to that end goal. So even if it's like, okay, I know I've got to write out a load of landlord letters, let's say, first thing you need to do is got to get the list of landlords. Then you've got to actually craft the letters, or you can craft the letters, then get the list, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're gonna do the letters or whatever, then the next thing. So map out each one of those things, do one thing, even if you can only do 10 minutes or 30 minutes a day. Now, I know there's a lot of people are quite busy, especially if you've got family, and it's hard to find the time to do that. But in my humble opinion, I really believe that if you do something every day is better than leaving it till like, oh, okay, I'm busy in the week, I'm going to leave this to the weekend. The problem is when the weekend comes, there's always something that gets in the way that stops you from doing as much work as you want. And let's say you think, oh, okay, I'm going to, you know, do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm going to do stuff with property. You have to be super disciplined to do that. If you're going to do it that way, that's absolutely fine. In my opinion, do one little thing every day. So even if you have to wake up 30 minutes early in your day before your day starts, so that you can then write a list of your landlord letters, or write something, or just do that one thing. Have a look at the properties, analyze 1 or 2 properties that day, and then so be it. So we've got 10 properties to analyze. You could literally just analyze 2 properties a day. So at the end of the week, you've analyzed your 10 properties, so that you can make your offer on 80% of those properties, so that you know that you're going to go and view maybe 80 to 60% of those properties, make an offer, and you know you're going to have about a 10 to 20% come back to you and say, yeah, okay, so and accept your offer. So if you know that's the numbers or whatever, then those are the things you got to do. And if you do one little thing every single day, what it does is it helps you to build up a habit over time, and it's easier to stay consistent. If you leave it to I'm going to do it on this day, or I'm going to do it a few times a week, what happens is things get in the way and stop you from taking as much action as you want. So in my humble opinion, you're better off doing one small thing every day. So at the end of the day, when you look back over time, you can see just how much you've done, and you'll start to achieve a lot more. So that's my humble opinion. Take it or leave it. All right, the next thing that I think you should do, set out, is KPIs. So I've just kind of mentioned, right, okay, I know that if I want to achieve, again, Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, said, you've got to view 100 properties in order to buy one. So that viewing of 100 properties can also be looking on website portals. So you could be on Real Right Moves, your Zooplas and things like that, and you could be looking at properties to see, does this fit, does this fit, does this fit? If that fits your strategy, it fits your model, then you have a quick look at the numbers to see if that works, and then you can catalog that as something that you're going to do through view. So you go through, you pick out a whole load of properties, and you put that to one side. Then you've got to then make a certain amount of calls, right? Because a certain amount of calls will then lead to you having book viewings and going out there. A certain amount of viewings that you do will then lead to you making offers. A certain amount of offers will then get accepted. And of those that are accepted, you're going to pick the ones that you want to actually proceed with and can proceed with and then buy. And this is where, if you've got investors as well on side, they can help you to buy more properties as well. So you really need to know what your numbers are, set them out. You might not know to begin with, but just have some rough idea, and then you've got something to work with, and you've got a baseline to measure yourself, because it's not about what a lot of other people are doing, it's what are you doing. So once you know your numbers, then you can start figuring out where you are in relation to, are you winning, are you losing? So you might have a day where you get a load of no's, you think, okay, no problem. If I've got to speak to 100 people to get 10 yeses, then there you go, just smash through the numbers and get through them. And then you don't start getting disheartened. And then you start seeing that you are actually making progress, even when you're having a bad day. And then what this helps you to then do is stay focused and keep going on, so that you'll actually start getting the results and the successes that you're really in this for, right? So then the sixth thing, I think, is patience. Too many people just enter into this and think, well, this isn't working, I'm not rich tomorrow, so therefore I'm not doing this anymore, I'll move on to the next thing. Again, I've said this in a number of videos, I said this in the previous video. If you pick a property strategy, in my humble opinion, you should pick just one strategy. Pick that one strategy, focus on that, dedicate your time to that, and understand and accept that it can take you between 12 to 18 months to become really proficient at that strategy. Unless, of course, you're obviously really into property already and you've got a lot of stuff going, that's slightly different. But if you're doing something new, please understand that it can take you about 12 to 18 months to learn the buying cycles, what to say, what not to say, how to work with professionals, like whether it's solicitors or builders or brokers or agents or whatever. You'll understand how to do that a lot better. Then the next time you move to something else, the learning curves get shortened and shortened and shortened as you become more and more of a property professional. But especially if you're just starting out, understand you got to have some patience. Don't jump for the next shiny object, course or whatever that's being presented to you, because it will distract you from doing your goals. I promise you, I'm speaking from experience. I have really done this myself in the past, so it's not something I'm condemning or shunning anyone on. I've made a whole load of mistakes in myself in my past, and one of the biggest things was spreading myself too thin. So really try and do just one or two, depending on your expertise, try and focus on one thing at a time, and don't take on too much. Just you'll then start to see your results skyrocket. So that's my tip for you there. And just before I do my last thing for you, I just want to again touch on the fact that I do have this absolutely amazing event that's coming up. There's a timer on this page that you can see scrolling here when you go to that URL, which is getleadswithvideoads.com/register. There's a timer on that page. Once it ends, that's going to be it, because we'll shut the doors and then we'll then start the training. Not going to let people in for this free coaching, because it's going to move at such a rapid pace. You can't just have people jumping in and then asking questions and then pulling everyone back. So everyone's going to start together at the same time. So super, super duper important that you go to getleadswithvideoads.com/register if you would like to grow your business and you want to understand how you can attract more people into your business. The last thing I will say is in regards to property, no atness allowed. So stop whining, stop complaining, stop moaning, just get on with it. So that's me done with my 7 tips for successful property investing. I will see you in the next video.